Hello, everyone, and welcome to another California Psychics live reading. I am your host, Carson, and we are joined by the wonderful Psychic Teagan. How are you doing today, Teagan? It's been a while since we've had you.
It has, Carson. Hi, and thank you so much for having me again. I feel like it's been a minute since I've been here, but it's just nice to be able to be here and connect with people I haven't connected with in a while. So I'm happy.
Oh, that's great to hear, and we're glad to have you back. Now, before we get started, I do want to list off a few bits of information for our audience. First of all, we do have that promo code going on if you see at the bottom. If you use the code Teagan5, you will receive $5 off any new customer package for a one-on-one reading. That can be applied through our website. Once again, this code is Teagan5. This code can be applied and used for $5 credit for any psychic, not just Teagan. But if you are wanting a one-on-one reading with her, make sure to stick around to find out Teagan's exact schedule later in the stream. Now, before we get started, I do want to list off a few ground rules for questions. We will not be able to answer any legal or medical questions. For medical, this includes treatments, medications, pregnancies, and legal, this can include court cases, custody battles, and court decisions. Lastly, if you do ask about another person, please make sure to include their name, and this will allow Teagan to connect faster and more accurately answer. And one last request from Teagan is that if whenever we are answering your question, please make sure you go ahead and close your eyes, take a few breaths, and allow Teagan to essentially get your permission to connect with you. And that way she will be able to more accurately answer your question as well. And I guess without any further ado, we can begin answering some of these questions.
Let's dive in.
All right. We have one immediately from Crystal who says, "Hi, Teagan. Will me and Chavez develop into a relationship?"
Okay, Crystal, go ahead and close those eyes. Take those deep breaths. Just give me permission to connect and focus that exhale on Chavez. And also, guys, really quickly, sometimes when I actually put hand to paper and I write down your first name, it also helps that flow of energy. So if you see me kind of looking down, I'm just jotting down these names down, okay? All right, so let's do this. God, universe, source, I ask that you give me clarity for Crystal today in regards to Chavez. Clarity, please, on how things will move forward. Okay. So, Crystal, I do feel that over time, I'm literally seeing like a ball starting to pick up speed. I want you to think of a snowball. When you're a kid, you're outside and you want to have a snowball fight, you pack that ball, right? I feel like the two of you have packed some kind of energy together, okay? You know, when you put that snowball on the ground and you roll it forward, it becomes a solid base to that snowman. I'm sorry. My dog is here. I apologize for that if you can hear that. But I feel like it's like you are building on something. Crystal, this is not going to go 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. But what it is going to do is it's going to start to roll forward and start to develop something very solid. I do feel that there is love here that the two of you do share. I just see a lot of like I don't know, like arrows being thrown in different directions. I want you to think of like when you're playing darts, okay, and you know you're going for that center spot, right, for that bullseye. And for me right now, I feel like you guys have both been kind of throwing, but you haven't quite landed in that center spot. So give it some time. I feel like the two of you do want this. I do feel like this is something that the both of you are going to work towards to manifest something more solid. It just needs a little bit more time for the both of you to kind of come back to home plate, gather what it is that you want to do next, and move forward. So I do get what happens, sweetie.
Awesome. All right. We have another one from Elizabeth who asks, "Why hasn't Mike reached out to me since last year? My name is Angelica."
Okay. Angelica and Mike, correct? All right, Angelica, just give me permission to connect. Focus that exhale on Mike. 1 second. Clarity, please, for Angelica in regards to Michael. Mike, why has he not reached out? All right. So the energy that I pick up on with Mike, I feel like his life has really become very And I'm not picking on him. Please hear this from my heart, not my lips. I just feel like things have become very stale within him. I don't see him really moving forward with his higher self kind of life. I feel like he kind of has caught in a bit of a rut. A part of me feels like, I don't know why I always reference Disney, but Disney always shows up in my head. But it's kind of like when Aladdin is on the flying carpet. And I feel like at one point the two of you were on that flying carpet together. Okay. But something happened in life where I feel like there's something going on with his mother. I also feel like there's something around business. I don't know if this is a family business. But I sensed that his carpet was literally pulled out from underneath him. And when he fell, he fell, and we all fall. We all fall at times in life. So this is definitely not derogatory towards him. I just sensed that it hit him, and it hit him quickly. There were more things that kind of came out at him. Again, referencing the snowball fight. Instead of creating that snowman, I feel like all these balls were coming: curveball, slow ball, fastball. And I feel like he just got to a point where he was like, you know what? This isn't time for me. This is a time for me to do things for other people. Something big around family took place. And he feel like it has something to do with his mother, or a feminine energy in his world. So for me, I feel like right now he's just trying to get off that Ferris wheel. Okay. It's like he looped, and he just didn't know. Each time when he start to feel like his head was finally above water, and something else would happen. So think of that carnival, that Ferris wheel, where as adults and kids, we get on it, we go around it about 5 times. And then at that point, it eventually stops and it gets off. Mike hasn't had a chance to get off that Ferris wheel. And so for me, this is a timing thing for him. It's not the right time for the two of you. Life happened, and it created him to go, you know what, there's nothing I can do. So he's kind of like that hanged man in my mind, where he can't move forward, he can't move backwards. I don't know that he's fulfilled in his own self right now. So I don't feel this is anything personal towards you, Angelica. I feel like this is just his world.
Wow. Hopefully it does work out in the end for both parties. But next we have a question for Jess, who says, wondering if you have any career advice for me, needing to change, but I'm not sure which direction I'm meant to go to. Thank you so much.
All right, Jess, thanks for your question. Take those deep breaths, give me permission, and connect that breath with your career. Give me 1 second. Clarity, please, for Jess in regards to career. What's coming up for her, please? Clarity. All right. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing visually in my mind. I want you to imagine the train track, okay? The train is going down just fine, but all of a sudden the train derails, okay? I feel like, I don't know, my spirit guides are making me feel just that you are not going to stay in the same line of work. You are literally going to hop the tracks. What used to be something, I'm going to give you a quick example. I mean, I'm sure you could probably dive in and really see, but let's say you were in sales for a really long time and now you want to go into marketing. Those are 2 very different train tracks, okay? So for me, I feel like where you currently are, or the role that you're in, and again, no disrespect, it has become stagnant. It has become boring. You are not intellectually stimulated anymore. And there could be just that there's a whole lot of cooks in the kitchen, right? And not enough people really wanting to come together. Here's what Spirit is telling me to tell you right now. I don't know if there's something that you are curious about around new education. It's like Spirit is telling me to tell you to run, don't walk. Go for it. There is already that little fire that's lit. I love when they give me the analogies and the metaphors of you're sitting in front of a gas fireplace and you're looking at that gas fireplace, and there's an itty bitty pilot light that you can see, right? You are still alive and ready to go. It just means that the role that you're in right now is not serving your creativity, your imagination, your innovation. I want you to just come out of the gate like you're, Kentucky, on Kentucky Derby Day. But I do feel that this new role that you're going to be taking is going to be where you're going to learn. You're going to marinate in new knowledge. You are going to crave more of it. And now that pilot light that you're sitting looking at, all of a sudden you walk by and you flip that switch, like the fire opens, right? So for me, I know fear can sometimes, get us, freak us out a little bit to not move forward. But everything about my guides right now and the way that they're making me feel is that you've already made this head and heart decision. Now it's just a matter of put one foot in front of the other. And I will tell you that within 30 to 45 days, you are going to have a lot more activity than you think. And you may say, Teagan, how do I do this? I don't even know what I want to be when I grow up. I don't even know what I want to be when I grow up. You know, we're constantly changing and evolving. To me, this is not just a stepping stone. To me, this new opportunity coming for you is an opportunity for learn something new and say, wow, I'm craving more of it. There's a new passion being lit within you. Go for it. Don't wait anymore. If that means you have to connect with, you know, a company that's going to, you know, put your resume together or network, because I do see a third party introducing you or giving you knowledge to this new role moving forward. So I just feel like you're going to have a new tool in your toolbox.
Awesome. All right. Now we have one from Stephanie now. It says, hi, Teagan and Carson. Will my relationship with my father, Alexis, improve anytime soon?
Alexis. Okay, Stephanie, let's go ahead and do those breaths. Close those eyes. Give me permission and make sure that you focus your exhale on your father, Alexis. One moment. Okay, clarity, please, in regards to Stephanie and her father, Alexis. Will that bridge gap soon? Clarity, please. Okay. So I always want to be honest. And if I don't say these words as poetically, I want you to know that they come from my heart and they do not mean any harm. But your father is he's a very strong man. And he doesn't, I feel like he struggles with, let's see, how do I say this? Because like an ego kind of thing, you know, like, you know, we all have an ego, and sometimes we don't want to admit when we're wrong, and we don't want to admit when we are, you know, did something that maybe has made someone feel uncomfortable. I feel like something came down with you and your dad that needed to come down in order for your father to look at you through a different lens. Okay, so he might not have been able to say, I'm sorry for what happened. I'm sorry for coming down on you, or whatever your scenario is. I feel like I kind of see the tower in my mind. Okay, I see that tower kind of crumbling down. And I feel like now, to answer your question, Stephanie, now that the tower has come crumbling down, what do we do when a building collapses or when something comes down? We wipe it clean, we start over, and we create a new solid foundation. So I guess what I'm trying to say to you is hang in there. I do feel that he is going to start to show a more sensitive side, a more emotional side, but it all needed to come out in order for the two of you to wipe the slate clean and to build something new. Now, I do see the number 3 and 4, so I feel like the soonest this would be 3 to 4 weeks. Worst case scenario is going to be 3 to 4 months. So you might have to wait a little bit until, you know, fall, early winter before you see things. I feel like your father wants to take care of you, but I feel like there's a lot of pride in the way right now. So, yes, you are going to work towards it. It's just going to take patience and time on both of your ends. Nobody likes to be wrong in a situation. So now that the two of you have broken it all down, you're going to rebuild something beautiful together. It just needs a little bit of time. It really does.
Awesome. All righty. Next, we have a question from Richard, who asks, do you see a future relationship with my ex-girlfriend, Melissa? And do you think she is my twin flame?
Okay, Richard, give me permission. Focus your exhale on Melissa. Give me just 1 second. Clarity, please, for Richard in regards to Melissa. Will they reconnect? And is she his twin flame? Clarity, please. Okay. All right. So this is kind of an interesting analogy, because as soon as I have my eyes closed with the two of you, I literally see a rainbow in my mind, which says to me that when the two of you are on it and you guys are communicating really well, I feel like that there's a lot of joy and a lot of happiness that the two of you provide for one another. I feel like in order for this relationship to work moving forward, do I feel like you will hear from her? Yes. And hopefully I'll get you a time frame here in a minute. But right now what they're showing me is that I feel like somebody ran off real quick. I don't know if, life just kind of again started to happen and somebody had to put the brakes on here. But for me, I feel like there is a youthful love going on. And let me explain what that means. The way that we want to be loved in our 20s is different than our 30s, different than our 40s, and so on and so on and so on. Somebody in this relationship, Richard, you both were reading the same book, okay? But one of you was ahead of the other in chapters, okay? And so I feel like you guys kind of started going this direction, but the biggest thing that I hear Spirit say to me today is that there was a lack of communication. The two of you did not know how to communicate. And a lot of us don't, technically. We talk to each other, but we don't really take the time to listen. And I feel like that there was a lot of, there was love here. So I feel like this didn't end because you didn't love each other anymore. I feel like this ended because neither one of you could communicate and could really push through some of that. So for me, I'm going to tell you within about 30 to 45 days, maybe max 60, because I'm seeing 3 to 5. I'm seeing the numbers 3, 4, 5. So I feel like there could be some kind of communication. But here's what I will say, and I don't ever want to boss people around, tell them what to do. It's definitely their life. But if the two of you happen to run into each other and you kind of reconnect, and that might exactly be what's happening, where the gas station, grocery store, boom, oh my gosh, how are you? I do feel you have a beautiful, substantial relationship. I don't always like to tell people who their twin flames are all the time. Do I feel a deep, deep connection for the two of you? You bet I do. But I also believe in many, many soulmates, and lots of people come into our life to connect. But I feel like you cannot pick up where you left off this next time around, because I feel like you're going to have another opportunity with one another. Okay. But you can't just pick up, act like nothing's happened, and try to just dive back in with one another. This has got to be wiping that coffee table clean, removing everything from it, and saying, hey, how do I need to be loved right now? How do you need me to love you, and vice versa? Because this didn't end because you fell out of love. So 30 to 45 days, even 3 weeks, 3, 4, 5 days, actually, Spirit says as soon as you run into one another, there is going to be communication that the two of you are going to want to see each other. When you see each other, just sit back, process, and enjoy, let it go. Because I will tell you, if you go too quick, too fast, I just don't see it moving forward. It has to be at baby steps. There's still an opportunity, Richard. There is. I hope that helped.
All right. We have one next from Doreen. Actually, before we go ahead for that question, Doreen, we will get to your question. We are about 20 minutes in. I do want to remind everyone to like and subscribe, and especially if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to share as well. I do want to remind everyone as well that we do have a promo code going on once again. That promo code is Teagan5, and if you use it, you will receive $5 off any new customer package for a one-on-one reading that can be applied through our website. Once again, this code is Teagan5. This code can be applied and used for any psychic. But Teagan, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody your upcoming schedule?
Yeah, so typically I am, 10 to 12, 1 to 3. That is Mountain, and that's usually Tuesday through Friday. Sometimes Monday I'm only on chat. So if you can't get me on phone, dive on and let's do chat, and vice versa. So yeah, 10 to 12, 1 to 3, Monday through Thursday.
And there is also the ability to book appointments as well, just in case you feel like you don't want to wait in the queue. But I guess with that, we can go back to answering some questions, and we will shout out that schedule one more time just in case you missed it. So, all right. We have one from Doreen who says, do you see Daryl contacting me and pursuing a relationship anytime soon?
All right. Okay, just give me permission, Doreen, and focus that exhale on Daryl. Give me 1 second. Clarity, please, for Doreen in regards to Daryl. Will there be communication, reconciliation, and a new connection? Clarity, please, Spirit. All right. Okay. So as my eyes are closed, I'm seeing like all of this beautiful, like, I know what this sounds weird, but this is just how they give it to me. I see all these sprinkly kind of, think of the 4th of July and the sparklers, okay? And you're not just holding the sparkler in your hand. I literally feel like, to answer your question, I do feel that there's going to be a connection, but I don't know that, or a reconnect, but I don't know that it's going to be maybe as soon as you would like it to, Doreen. I feel Daryl needs to go through some major healing right now. I get the sense that, I don't know if he's lost hope, he's lost faith. Maybe this could even be a combination of the two of you, okay? Because when I closed my eyes and I asked Spirit to give me information, all I saw were just like these sparkly stars. And to me, stars are about faith. Having, hope, really trusting in what's happening right now. And you might not like this, but I feel like right now the divine is keeping the two of you a little bit at bay right now. Because I feel like if the two of you were to try to connect right now, I get the sense that it would probably be more of a flow in, flow out, consistently inconsistent kind of energy. And you may be like, well, why did he float and float out and now there's nothing to it? I feel it's a timing thing, sweetie. I do. And I like the months of October and November for the two of you, because I still feel either maybe you're healing from him or he is healing from the relationship or something else. I literally see Daryl with like 5-pound bags of sand on his shoulders, and there's 5 or 6 of them. So, something is weighing him down that he needs to release and let go of. When he does that, I feel like the two of you will have communication. I feel like there is an opportunity for the two of you to have a relationship again. But to me, it's just going to be all about how quickly he heals, how quickly you heal. I wanted to mention this at the beginning of our live today. And Doreen, one of the things that I wanted to share with you is, like, before you go to bed at night, I tell a lot of my clients to do this. When you're trying to manifest something, right? We're not trying to manipulate him to come back into your life. We're not trying to do anything like that. But before you go to bed at night, I want you to just close your eyes and I want you to visualize the kind of relationship that you want with Daryl. The reciprocity, okay, that you are wanting. Because here's what we do. If before you go to bed at night and you close your eyes and you say, Spirit, God, however you call your maker to be, you say, I intend to wake up in my best possible reality, my best possible relationship, okay? Don't attach any names to it. And close your eyes and fall asleep to visualizing what that perfect relationship, Doreen, would be for you and for Daryl. When you wake up in the morning, you go get your coffee or whatever, or you wake up, thank your maker. And just say something like, I am in my best possible reality. So the reason why I'm sharing this is because I don't feel like the two of you have had opportunity to talk about something. I feel like it was almost kind of like, all right, see you later. And both of you just kind of went different directions. If there's something that you need to speak from your heart space and right now you're not able to do it, go into that mind at night, fall asleep, see yourself speaking to him. See yourself speaking to his higher self. I'm not kidding you. If you do this within 48 hours, 72 hours, it's like all of a sudden you get an email, you get a text, because it's not the human that's hearing it. It's the soul that hears it. So I would encourage you to just allow things to continue to heal, settle. I do feel that you guys will be, there's another chance. Spirit's saying to me that you haven't completed a cycle yet. So give it some time, but it may be towards the end of the year.
All right. Next, we have one from Ferreira. Sorry, excuse me if I'm mispronouncing. Oh, excuse me. They put the name in the comment. Carla.
Okay. I know. I was like, I hope I say that one right.
Saying, you look beautiful today, Teagan. I would like to know if you see me doing well at my new business. The business is not open yet and is currently in construction phases. Thank you, Carla.
All right, Carla. Close those eyes, take those breaths, give me permission, and focus your heart space on this new business. Give me 1 second. Spirit, I ask that you give me clarity for Carla today in regards to her new career, her business moving forward. Any and all information would be greatly appreciated. Clarity, please. All right. It's interesting, Carla, because the first thing I see in my mind after I said my little prayer was the number 2222222. Like it was just going twos all around. Twos to me are about a partnership. Okay, they're about I feel like it also reminds me of the Three of Wands in my mind. I feel like you have made a decision to move forward. And I feel like at one point, maybe fear, maybe our world, everything going on, it's not going to get in your way anymore. Now is the time for you, because I see all these twos. I feel like you are in not only partnership with yourself and what you love, but you are also in partnership with the divine. The divine wants this to happen for you. I do see small delays. Okay. I feel like there could be a little bit of delays on really getting the ball moving quickly, but I don't see things coming to a complete stop here for you. They're also telling me right now that it could take up to 2 months. Okay. All right. They're also saying something. Sorry, I'm getting so much information. Give me 1 second. You're signing up for something. You could be getting a new partner, or you could be working with someone, maybe not a partner in your business, but a partner that's going to assist you. Okay. I'm also seeing the Three of Pentacles in my mind, which says to me that there's people around you, Carla, that want to help you do this. Within the next 3 weeks, you are going to start to see stability. You're going to start to see one foot in front of the other. Small little delays here and there, but nothing that's going to stop you from moving forward. I feel like this is what your passion is. This is what you love to do. So you know that good old saying, when we are passionate about something, we don't work a day in our life. You are starting a business at, in a hectic time in our world, right? But the divine wants this for you. That's why I feel like you're in partnership with your head, your heart, and with your business and with the divine. So keep doing. This is something you've been manifesting. I feel like this is something you've been working on for 3 years, because that 3 is very, very prevalent in my mind, as well as the 2. So once you make the choice, another party is coming to assist you, and people are there to help. So go for it. Things are going to work out probably by the, I would say mid-September to early October, you're really going to start to see things move in a nice, consistent pace. Nothing too crazy, but nice that you're moving forward every day. So good for you.
Awesome. Got a nice positive outcome for that one. All right. Next question is from a Stacy, who asks, my best friend Mark and I haven't seen or talked to each other since last November. I love him very much. I am a Scorpio and he is a Taurus. Do you see him coming back to me anytime soon? And do you think we can fix things and move forward?
Okay, Stacy and Mark. Stacy, thank you for your question. Go ahead and focus that exhale on Mark. Make sure you give me permission in your mind, okay? Spirit, I ask that you give me clarity for Stacy today in regards to Mark. Will they come back together again anytime soon? Clarity, please. All right. Okay. So this is kind of an interesting metaphor that they're showing me. Once again, they're going into like a movie. I'm actually literally seeing The Wizard of Oz. And I know that sounds funny, but I literally see the Scarecrow. I feel like the two of you, okay, you know how some people, they get really worried about falling in love with giving their best friends an opportunity for a relationship. Oh, I don't want to ruin the friendship. I get that. But I feel like some of the best relationships are friends first before lovers. Okay. I feel like there is so much love that the two of you share, but there's somebody over here, and I feel it's probably him, that is kind of more like, which way do I go? Okay. Like the Scarecrow, when Dorothy shows up, should we go this way or should we go this way? In his heart, did he move? Did he have to pick up and move for like a job, or did some life-changing event take place? And you don't have to, you don't have to tell me, obviously, if you don't want to, but I feel like something came up and it threw him off that track. And it's like, he has so much love for you. Like, he is in love with you, but he also respects the friendship and you. And I feel like he's fearful that if he dives in and moves forward, that it could potentially completely mess up the relationship. Now, I am seeing the justice scales in my mind right now, sweetie. So whenever I see that justice scale, it usually means there's something coming back and circling back around. Okay. When he circles back around, it's like both of your ships are at port. You have an opportunity, and he at that point may open up his heart and say, you've been my best friend for so many years. My life took place. Stuff happened. I had a lot that was very heavy on my heart space, and I don't want my life without you, but I also want to try this. I just feel like he was just so afraid to try because he didn't want to lose you if things didn't work. Now, both of your hearts are maturing. Not that you guys weren't, mature in the end, but I just feel like maybe where you were and where he was a little bit of a different path. Hence that scarecrow. Okay, I eventually see you both at Emerald City. How about that? I feel like there is going to be a form of connection again. He just needs time to figure himself out right now. Okay, and I do see that. Yes, for his health. Okay. So it's like he just fell off that track, and where you both were walking once together, he had to go this way and you had to go that way. So I do feel you have a birthday coming up here, sweetie, or is there something? My spirit is saying something about there's something special coming up that he may reach out about, whether that's last time you guys saw each other a year ago, or his birthday, or your birthday, or something that is hitting him very nostalgically. So I do feel that there's opportunity here. Give it time. Talk to his soul. Send him love, whatever it is. But until he feels like he's back in the saddle and he is confident in that saddle, that's when he will reach out. Right now, he still has some healing to do. Yeah.
All right. Our next one is from Shirley, who asks, hello, Carson and Teagan. I am thinking of making a job change. Do you feel like I am making the right decision? Thank you.
All right. Career. Okay, Shirley, go ahead and focus that heart space on your career and just give me permission in your mind, okay? God, universe, source, I ask that you give me clarity for Shirley today in regards to her career. Show me what's coming up. Is this a good decision for her, please? Clarity, please. All right. Okay, so what I am seeing right now is, first of all, I'm going to say, heck yes, it's time for you to move on, 100%. I don't ever like to tell people what to do, but energetically, it feels right for me for you to move forward. I feel like you potentially are either overworked and underappreciated, or you are just not finding any kind of intellectual stimulation or any kind of sense of appreciation. Okay. I also feel like you might have had some, financial concerns there for a while. And for me, I feel like I see the number 4. So this could be by August. Let's see, we're in July. This could be by August 4th, something very solid. There's a beautiful offer coming to you. I know you're probably like, Teagan, I need this in like 4 days. Like, I can't wait until August 4th. To me, that would be worst case scenario. Okay, you could be receiving something in 4 days. The 24th of July, anything with that number. So the number 4 to me represents stability. Okay, Dad always used to say, Teagan, you can milk a cow on a 3-legged stool, but the minute you put that 4th leg up, it's stable, right? Right now, you are manifesting. That number 3 is prevalent too. So it could be a little wobbly. You may feel a little wobbly, but I feel like you need to. Okay, when you shake a bottle of champagne and you're excited to celebrate something, and you shake it and you open it and just it goes everywhere. I feel like this is your inner soul, what you're passionate about is just ready to go. I want to do what I love. So for me, the longer you stay in this particular role, the more you're going to feel the heavy energy. You may even have sleepless nights. Maybe you feel just a little bit frustrated with life in general. May even put you in a little bit of a funk. But what I see is that you're rebirthing yourself as far as what it is that you want. So to answer your question, I think it's important. It's an important time for you to really evaluate that change. I feel like you already have. I do feel you're going to get a very solid offer by August 4th moving forward. And this job opportunity does allow you stability. This is not just a stepping stone. Some people, Spirit will show me some people that they get a job and I say, this is only temporary for about 3-4 months. Then you're going to move into something. No. I feel like right now you're very guarded. You're very careful of what kind of role you're going to accept. And for me, don't look back over that shoulder. When a snake sheds its skin, I know it's not prettiest visual, but it never looks over its shoulder to see what it's leaving behind him. Close that chapter, move forward, and let the divine bring what it is that you're passionate about. So good for you. It's coming. It's coming.
All right. That's good to hear. Alrighty, now that we are about, I guess, over halfway, a little bit over, but we are going to switch over to tarot questions right now. Tegan has her tarot deck ready, and she is very eager to give out some tarot readings. If you are wanting to receive a tarot reading from Tegan, go ahead and ask for either a love, career, or just a general reading card. And I guess while we wait for some questions to come in for tarot, I will go once again remind everybody that we do have a promo going on. The promo is Tegan5. You can use this code for $5 off any new customer package, $5 off on any new customer package that can be used on our website. Tegan, why don't you remind everybody what your schedule is for anybody who's wanting a one-on-one reading with specifically you?
You got it. So it's 10 to 12, 1 to 3 Mountain Time. And typically it's Monday through Fridays, but sometimes Fridays sometimes can get a little hectic. So look for me for sure Monday through Thursday, 10 to 12, 1 to 3. And if we can't connect, I do both chat and phone. Okay. So I try to give balance to both of those. So if you can't get me on the phone, just plop in on chat. We'll make that happen too. And remember, we connect through energy. So even if I can't hear your voice, it doesn't mean that I won't be able to connect. So, and sometimes it's easier for chat. So 10 to 12, 1 to 3.
And you will find all this information on CaliforniaPsychics.com, and make sure you search up Psychic Teagan to make sure you find her exact profile page and all of her information. And now we can go ahead and resume questions with, I guess, tarot readings now. So we have one for Shelly, who asks for a career card.
All right, Shelly, I need you to do that same thing. Close your eyes, take your deep breaths, focus your heart space on your career. All right. So around your career, I'm hearing that it's time for you to make a judgment call. I feel like you've been maybe not sitting back technically, but evaluating a lot of things. And I feel like you've been patiently waiting for something new to take place. And I don't feel like it's taking place for you right now. What I got today was the Judgment card. So I feel like it's time for you to make a judgment call, move forward, because I feel like if you stay where you're at, no disrespect to the company, I just feel like you've outgrown them. Or your wings, somebody has cut your wings. I am going to get one more card because I always do like to get a little bit more of clarification on that. And then I do get the 10 of Cups. So once you make that decision, I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully there's not too much of a glare. Once you make the judgment call to say, you know what, I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready for this new job coming forward. Happiness, emotional fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment is coming. So go for it. It's going to be a positive thing for you. I know it's scary to do the initial jump, but if I feel like you've been teeter-tottering, should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? And Spirit's going, go for it. Hitting that gavel and saying, go for it. So.
Awesome. All right. We have one from a Rob Lemons who asks for a card for work, or so a career card.
All right. Okay, Rob, do the same thing, please. Focus that exhale on your career. What's going on with Rob's work? Clarity, please, Spirit. What's up with Rob's work? Okay, that guy wanted to come out. All right. So what I hear is that there is a lot of commotion going on at your work right now, okay, through this card. I got the tarot card. Sometimes people get really upset when they see this card, but here's what I want you to know. I got to go this way. Here's what I want you to know on this card. Sometimes things have to come down in order for us to realize how to rebuild something. How I'm specifically taking this card, though, Spirit is telling me that it's not so much that things have come crumbling all the way down. It's more that you are having some kind of an aha moment over maybe how you want to make some changes. I feel there's potential substantial changes that you are ready to move forward with your job. Let's get another card here. Yeah, it's like something came down, okay, and you had to look at your role, your company, your work through a different lens. It's like the universe wanted to say, hey, you're putting in a lot of time, but look at what's right here. You know, sometimes when it's right here, we don't always see it, right? Something came down, you are evaluating, you are having an aha moment of maybe some form of innovation moving forward, because then they've got the Emperor, and, you know, you could be an Aries here. You know, the Emperor is about taking charge. He is not just in charge of himself, he's in charge of his village, his town. He is the pioneer. So if you're thinking about completely hopping the tracks, doing something different, work has been a little off lately, I feel like you are pioneering something new. I feel like you got an aha moment and said, wow, this is the direction. This is the project I know I want to work on. You're going to be in charge of it and you're going to make it happen, because the Emperor doesn't let people fail. Most importantly, doesn't fail himself. So positive things coming for you.
Awesome. All right. We have one next from a Teddy who asks for just a general card reading.
Okay. All right, Teddy. Spirit, what does Teddy need to hear? Just generally speaking, what message would you like to tell him today? Sometimes I like them to flip on their own, but that one just popped out. Okay. All right. So the card that I got today was the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity. First of all, I feel like you're either going to be receiving some money or you are there's a beautiful exchange of money. So if there's any kind of fear going on around finances, I want you to sit back, take a couple deep breaths. I also feel like there's somebody's that, and this is around work, by the way, for me. The Six of Pentacles is about giving back. Okay. So how I'm hearing this right now is that you could be up for promotion, receiving something. You could be working with someone in your line of work, and they are finally coming back and they're finally appreciative and they want to work with you again. Remember, sixes are stable. You've got 3 on one side, 3 on the other side. So I am going to get another card because I want to know a little bit more about this for you, but I feel like you could be receiving some new money. Potentially you could be receiving some kind of generosity around your heart space or around your financial situation. One more card, please. Yeah. Okay. And I got the High Priestess. So it says to me, trust your intuition. Okay. You may go, okay, Teagan, this is too good to be true. This company wants to offer me a crazy amount of money. And you may be like, what did I do to deserve this? It's coming back around, Teddy. You do deserve this. And right now, the High Priestess says to me a couple of things. The first one is trust your intuition. Okay. Now, not trying to sound bossy when I say the second one, but the High Priestess also says, shh. She's the woman that doesn't, man or woman, that doesn't always speak. She is known to be the keeper of all knowledge from the time that this world was created. Okay. She is highly intuitive, but she's also pulled back, withdrawn, and she observes. So here's what I want you to, one of the things I want you to connect with. If this is around work, and you have a new idea, shh, don't tell a whole lot of people about it. Someone might pull that carpet out from underneath you, take the ball and run, okay? Spirit is saying something very beautiful is coming, but don't tell the world about it right now. You know how like when people have an idea of, oh, I've got this great business idea, and they're excited to share it with people, and then as soon as they share with people are like, oh, well, that'll never work. What are you thinking? This is the energy that I'm feeling for you right now, okay? If you're dealing with somebody that's been a little standoffish right now is just the time to not say anything right now. Let the intuition do its job and let things flow. Both ways, they're positive. But for me, I just feel like intuitively you know what you need to do. I hope that helps you.
Awesome. All right. We have another one from Stephanie who asks for a love card.
All right. Thank you, Stephanie. All right. Spirit, could you give me clarity for Stephanie? And this one just popped right out. All right. By the end of August, my dear, you have got some kind of relationship that is going to be very, very solid. If you're in a relationship right now, which I feel like there's something going on, maybe something's brewing a little bit, or maybe this is just Spirit showing me that something is in the works heading your direction, okay? I got the Ace of Pentacles, okay? Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy doesn't necessarily mean that this person has to be or that you have to be. But what this says to me is that around your heart space or around a relationship, maybe what was once either taking a really long time to get to or floating in and out, by the end of August going into early September, I feel like you are going to have a very, very solid relationship moving forward. This could even be straight up new energy, new love. I know sometimes when we are looking for love and people aren't moving at the pace we want them to, we're like, oh, can we just keep moving along? When people get stagnant and they stop, we become bored, right? I feel like you are ready for that stability. And if you are in a relationship right now, I do feel like this person is going to step up Okay, the soonest could be probably third week in August. Worst case scenario will be by the second week in September. It's brewing. Okay, something's moving very slowly your direction, but it's consistent. What's the saying? Slow and steady always wins the race. Okay, so when I tell you this, I mean it from my heart space. Please be patient because there is something beautiful. I am going to get one more card on this for you because I'd like a little bit more clarity on it. Can you click a little bit more clarity, please, on this Ace of Pentacles? Yeah. Oh, I love this. Okay, go with the flow. Says the Ace of Pentacles. Something super solid's coming. When it shows up, happiness, straight up, 10 of Cups. It's now a flow. The timing is now right for the two of you or for this new relationship coming through for you. So I just feel like focus all of your energy right now to yourself and just keep staying that confident energy that you are and just watch, sit back and watch this person step up and offer a very beautiful relationship. And it's going to be sincere. It's not going to be player energy. Be sincere.
Alrighty. Next, we have one from a Chrissy who asks for a bit of information with a love card reading.
All right, Chrissy, let's get you a card here. Well, two of them popped up before I could even say anything. Okay, so first of all, the first thing that I'm seeing, Chrissy, around your relationships is I'm not sure if you were in the live earlier when I was talking about a Ferris wheel, but I'm going to go ahead and share it again because it's literally, you got the Wheel of Fortune, okay? The Wheel of Fortune card was the first card that popped out, okay? This card is about completing a cycle, okay? But I want you to imagine, I feel like recently in love, you yourself, you or your partner jumped on that Ferris wheel and you tried and you tried and you tried, but neither one of you got off that Ferris wheel, okay? Which says to me that you probably got off, but maybe they kept going. What I mean by that is falling into a pattern, falling into a rut, falling into the same old cycle. But this also says to me, because there's so many meanings, in these cards, I want to give you a couple of different, energies to, for you to see how it feels. But to me, that Wheel of Fortune is about completing a cycle. It's a completion, it's travel, it's all of those beautiful things. I feel like you no longer want to be loved the same way that you wanted to be loved 6 months ago. I feel like that door has shut, and you have some of the relationships that you've been in have allowed you to get to that phase. And now you're like, you know what, Teagan, I'm ready to get off the Ferris wheel because I'm ready for something really fantastic. Is I've got the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is about commitment. It's about love. It's about marriage. But also it's about going into your home, focusing on all the four corners of your home, bringing all that love into you, nest a little bit. Allow yourself to just give yourself some grace and allow yourself and trust the divine is going to give you a very beautiful relationship. Some people say to me, oh, Teagan, why do I always pick the same kind of people? I always get the bad girls or the bad boys. Why am I doing this? If this is something that you have done in the past, maybe not with the bad boy or the bad girl, you have made a defiant decision to say, I'm done. I'm done with this kind of energy. And now I'm going to take care of me, my family, or whoever, and I am going to find that love within my home. So right now it's about nesting for you, okay? But when you do, you got a beautiful commitment coming up. Beautiful commitment.
All right. Next, we have one from Alicia who asked for a finance card.
All right. Okay, Spirit, if you could give me clarity, please, for Alicia in regards to finances. What's going on with her finances, please? Clarity, please. All right. So first of all, I got the Queen of Cups around finances, okay? Queen of Cups is all about, emotion. Sometimes that queen, she's so giving. I feel like around your money, I feel like maybe you've potentially maybe even loaned it out, or right now money is just making you up and down on all over the board. I do feel around your finances, I feel like you either had to give it to somebody else or you helped somebody else, or that everyone was coming to you, hey, can you loan me this? Can you loan me that? You're at a place now where you're like, okay, wait, what about me? I need a little help. Can somebody please help me here? I feel like you're out of the hardest part of your rut, okay? Because now I've got the King of Swords clarifying that. So I feel like there's something going on with your mind. I want you to, give me 1 second. I just want to listen here to what they're saying about this money. Okay. All right. Spirit's telling me you're supposed to speak up around finances. Thank you. You are supposed to, you have had your lips closed and you haven't had a whole lot of anything. You haven't spoken anything. So if you have been emotional all over the board with your finances, it's not a problem until it becomes a problem. And now you're starting to get a little nervous. So speak your truth. Say what you need to say. Take action. If people owe you money, start gathering it up. If you are, I don't see you getting financially going backwards. If anything, I feel like you've completed lessons there financially and emotionally. Maybe somebody took advantage of you. Okay. And, you know, sometimes when we go through divorce, we lose a lot of money in divorces, or boyfriend scenario, girlfriend scenario. I feel like now you are moving forward with that King of Swords, and you're taking that authoritative mind and saying, I'm not going to let this happen again, but you know what? I'm not going to let this hold me down either. So you're going to take action. You're going to speak your truth. And by releasing it to the universe, one more card, please. I feel like you are back on that King of Cups energy again, where life is darn good again. You're not so emotional. You're in the saddle. You're feeling comfortable, and you know and trusted that the divine would provide for you. So you'll be all right too. I feel like you've already hit the toughest part.
All right. Next one we have is from a Wendy who asked for a love card.
All right. Hi, Wendy. I hope you're doing great today. Thanks for coming on and asking your question. Let's get you some answers. Spirit, could you please give me some clarity for Wendy in regards to love? What's going on in love with her? Clarity, please. All right. So I feel like maybe in the last couple of months, somebody's carrying a lot of heavy burdens right now. I feel like right now around your heart space, you could be doing all the work, or you could just be feeling tired because maybe you're not being appreciated right now. I've got the 10 of Wands, which is a beautiful card in this particular deck, okay? But what I like to refer to the 10 of Wands is, I want you to imagine, Wendy, that you have to walk a mile into the forest with your axe to cut down the tree, not with a chainsaw, but with your axe, to cut it into tiny little pieces, to load it all up, and to carry it back that mile to put on the fire, to stoke it, and to build it. Something's going on in your love relationship right now where you're doing all the work, okay? And you're tired. It doesn't mean I feel like you're willing to give up, but you know, when we get tired, we tend to slunch our shoulders over and we just can't take it anymore because there's all this pressure on our back. I feel like it's an important time, and again, not telling you what to do here, but it's an important time for you to start letting those other logs that are on your back off. Somebody is not holding up their end of the bargain, and you're feeling it. You're feeling the energy. And without another card, honestly, Spirit says to me that you may have spoken it to this person before in the past, but I feel like it could cause some problems with your sleep, your eating. You know, sometimes when we're in that funk, we don't want to eat, or we can't sleep, or we're watching infomercials till 4 o'clock in the morning because we just can't shut our mind down. You don't necessarily like to confront people in situations, but girl, you can't keep doing this anymore by yourself. Okay, I want to get another card for you though. Can you give me clarity, please, Spirit, on that 10 of Wands? Clarity, please, on the 10 of Wands. Yeah, it's like somebody has completely pulled back, gone into their shell. I feel like this is you. I feel like you are, actually, I feel like it's a combination of both. Here you are doing everything. This person has completely pulled back as the Hermit, okay? The Hermit is the card of the ghoster, if you will, just shuts down, goes inward. And maybe they did that because, Wendy, you might have said, hey, I'm the only person holding up this end of the bargain in this relationship, or I'm the only one putting effort towards it. It might have scared that person. Or you might have said, guess what? I'm not giving any more of me. So I'm going to be the Hermit and I'm going to shut down. Regardless of the scenario, you can't carry it all on your back anymore, sweetie. You can't. And maybe it's time for you to go inward into your own little cave and really analyze how healthy this relationship potentially is for you.
At the end of the day, it's only you who's going to truly take care of yourself. So you need to make sure that you are, essentially. So
100%.
Good insight. We have one from Amber who asked for a love card.
All righty, Emperor. Thanks for your question. Focus that exhale on love and what it is that you need to hear today from Spirit. Clarity, please, for Amber today in regards to love. Spirit, what does she need to hear today in regards to love? Clarity, please. Shuffle here. All right. First of all, I feel like there's potential distance or there is a wedge going on between you and your person, or you are waiting for somebody to step up and do something. I see delay. I see a wedge between the two of you. So I don't know if there's long distance, if this is a long distance relationship. I don't feel like you're ready to give up, but I feel like you are patiently waiting for this person to step up. Okay. 3 of Wands. Okay. 3 of Wands is about, a manifesting card, but it's also about, it's like, I want you to see yourself with your arms crossed and your foot tapping. Okay, I'm waiting for this person's call. Okay, I'm waiting for them to step up. This can absolutely mean delay here. Okay. And I feel like it has something to do with distance. So I don't know if it's a heart distance wedge or a physical distance, but I also feel like you're manifesting something. So I'm going to have to get another card to clarify this one because it could go either way for me right now. I feel like you've been patiently waiting for, maybe even your Prince Charming or, whatever to step in for you. Can you give me clarity, please, on the 3 of Wands, Spirit? Okay, they are telling me that there is distance. There's something around distance. Clarity, please. All right. Distance in the heart, distance maybe in the mind and the head. 3 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so the 3 of Wands says to me that there's been some delays. There's been slow movement. You've been patiently waiting for this person to come in, step in. I believe this is someone you're trying to manifest. And by mid-August, I do feel like you are getting a solid one. Ace of Pentacles. They are slow moving, and at times you may be like, oh, if you don't speed up, we're going to be going backwards, and I don't want to go backwards. So I do feel like whatever you're trying to manifest, whether it's with someone that you're in a relationship with right now or someone that you are getting ready to meet, I feel like this person's already in your life. Your patience and your wait is going to eventually present itself, and you'll look back and go, you know what? Glad I at least stuck in for a little bit, because I don't see it to be a flaky relationship. I actually see it being stable. And I actually hear you saying, if you can't come complete, don't come at all. And I feel like he or she hasn't been able to come complete. So that's why there's been a little bit of the come close, wait, not that close, but wait, come again. I feel like that's the waiting, the frustration, the wedge, right? So I don't feel like you've just been waiting for no reason at all. And I don't feel that you are going to be disappointed when the divine brings you something very beautiful. August, by the end of August.
All right. She says, thank you, by the way. And now I think we are about 1 hour into the stream. I do want to thank everybody who has joined us today, but that will be all for questions for today. We will be back in about 2 weeks. Next week, we will be doing a tarot takeover live. So that one will be through comments and asking specifically or answering specifically questions through tarot. But we will be back in 2 weeks with Psychic Rika. But before we go, Teagan, one more time, why don't you go ahead and give everybody your schedule for anybody who's looking for more insight onto their questions or if they didn't get theirs answered today.
You got it. So you can touch base with me tomorrow, typically Monday through Friday, 10 to 12, 1 to 3. Sometimes in the mornings, I like to do a little chat because sometimes, the office can be a little loud. If you don't want to touch base with me on chat and you prefer that phone call, either way, we will connect. But 10 to 12, 1 to 3, Mountain Standard Time. I can't wait to hear from you guys. I'd love to give you guys some readings.
Awesome. And once again, we will be back in about 2 weeks with another free live reading. And we are usually on every week, say for the 3rd week of every month. But with that, we are done with today. Say bye to everybody, Teagan. Right. And thank you for joining us today. Bye-bye, y'all.
Absolutely. Bye, everyone.
I'm going to play the outro.